Just last night, a 71-year-old man quietly passed away in his sleep. The day before, he seemed perfectly healthy, no signs of illness, no complaints, just another ordinary evening. His family was shocked and heartbroken, asking the same question we all would: what happened? Could it have been prevented? The truth is, after age 70, the body becomes more sensitive to certain nighttime habits. Things that once felt harmless, like a heavy dinner or sleeping in a warm room, can silently affect your heart, blood pressure, and breathing. In some cases, they may even increase the risk of sudden death during sleep without any warning. In this article, we'll explore common bedtime habits that can put your health at risk and show you simple changes that can help protect your well-being. Because when it comes to aging well, awareness isn't just helpful, it could save your life. Do you often find yourself eating dinner later in the evening? Maybe it's because you had a long, busy day, or perhaps it's just a habit you've carried for years, finishing a hearty meal before heading to bed. On the surface, it might not seem like a big deal. But the truth is, after age 70, this seemingly innocent routine could quietly be putting your health at risk. When we're younger, our bodies are quick, strong, and resilient. We can eat late, sleep fine, and bounce back the next day without much issue. But as we age, everything slows down, including our digestive system. The stomach empties more slowly. Nutrient absorption becomes less efficient. So when you eat a large, heavy meal and lie down soon after, your body doesn't have the time it needs to properly digest what you've just eaten. One of the first problems that shows up is acid reflux. When you go to bed right after eating, stomach acid can travel back up into your esophagus. That burning sensation in your chest. The nighttime coughing. The tightness in your throat or shortness of breath. It could all be linked to what, and when, you ate. Over time, if this keeps happening, it can lead to more serious issues like chronic inflammation or even aspiration pneumonia, which is especially dangerous in older adults. But that's not all. Eating too late also disrupts your sleep. While your body should be winding down and resting, it's actually working overtime. Your digestive organs are active. Your heart rate might stay elevated. Your liver and stomach are busy breaking down food. And that constant activity can keep you from falling into deep, restorative sleep. You may find yourself tossing and turning, waking up suddenly, or experiencing a racing heartbeat that leaves you feeling uneasy and exhausted in the morning. For seniors with diabetes, high blood pressure, or cholesterol concerns, the impact is even greater. A late meal high in carbs or fat can cause blood sugar spikes while you sleep. Since your body isn't as responsive at night, it has a harder time regulating those changes, putting stress on your heart and nervous system. This can increase the risk of nighttime heart attacks or strokes, something many people don't realize is connected to their evening habits. So what's the solution? The first and most effective step is to finish your dinner at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. For most people, that means eating around 5 to 6 p.m. This gives your body the time it needs to digest before you lie down, allowing your systems to rest instead of work through the night. And if you do feel a little hungry later in the evening, that's okay. Don't go to bed on an empty stomach, but choose something light and easy to digest. A small handful of almonds or walnuts, a few slices of banana, or a warm cup of chamomile or peppermint tea can all help soothe your body and even promote sleep. Also, be mindful of what you're eating in the evening. Avoid heavy, greasy foods or spicy dishes. These meals take longer to digest and are more likely to cause discomfort, bloating, and acid reflux when you lie down. It's important to remember that your body today isn't the same as it was 20 years ago. And that's okay. Aging isn't about giving things up, it's about learning what works best for you now. The good news is, a small change in your evening routine can make a big difference. You'll sleep more soundly, wake up feeling refreshed, and reduce your risk of serious complications. So start tonight. Eat earlier, eat lighter, and give your body the peace and support it needs. One small change at a time, toward better rest, stronger health, and a longer, more vibrant life. We've all heard the advice, drink plenty of water, it's good for your health. And it's true, staying hydrated is essential. But for adults over 70, especially in the evening, drinking too much water before bed can lead to some surprising and serious consequences. Do you often find yourself waking up once, twice, maybe even 3 or 4 times during the night to use the bathroom? You're not alone. Many older adults experience this issue, known as nocturia, or frequent nighttime urination. And the most common cause? Drinking too many fluids in the evening. After age 70, your bladder becomes less efficient. The muscles weaken, and it becomes harder to hold urine for long periods. At the same time, your kidneys continue filtering fluids through the night. That means even one full glass of water before bed could be enough to wake you up mid-sleep. But waking up at night isn't just inconvenient, it can actually be dangerous. When you suddenly rise to use the bathroom, your blood pressure may not have adjusted yet. This can lead to a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing up, known as postural hypotension. It can cause dizziness, lightheadedness, or even fainting. For older adults, a fall in the middle of the night can lead to broken bones, head injuries, or worse. And that's just the beginning. Every time you turn on a light, open your eyes fully, or start walking around, your brain gets tricked into thinking it's morning. This disrupts your body's natural melatonin production, the hormone that helps you sleep deeply. Once your sleep cycle is interrupted, it becomes harder to fall back into a restful state. Over time, frequent nighttime waking and poor sleep quality can lead to even bigger health problems, higher blood pressure, memory loss, and even dementia. Sleep plays a vital role in your brain and body's nightly recovery process. Without it, your cognitive and physical health may begin to decline. Now, none of this means you should stop drinking water. Hydration is still incredibly important. The key is in how and when you drink. Instead of loading up on fluids in the evening, try drinking more water earlier in the day, especially between breakfast and lunch. After about 5 p.m., begin tapering off. If you feel thirsty in the evening, sip slowly, just a few sips, not a full glass. Also, don't forget the hidden sources of fluids in your diet. Soups, stews, fruits like watermelon, oranges, and pears, all contribute to your overall fluid intake. Some medications, especially diuretics, can also increase urination. If you're drinking less at night but still waking up frequently, it's worth speaking with your doctor about your prescriptions. And be especially cautious with caffeinated drinks like tea, coffee, or sodas in the late afternoon or evening. These beverages not only stimulate the bladder but also act as diuretics, causing your body to produce more urine. If you do need to get up at night, move slowly and carefully. Sit up in bed for a moment, take a few deep breaths, and place your feet firmly on the floor before standing. Make sure your path to the bathroom is well lit with soft night lights, and keep the area clear of any obstacles or tripping hazards. In the end, a simple change in your drinking schedule can make a big difference in your sleep quality, energy levels, and safety. So tonight, listen to your body. Adjust your habits to match what your body needs at this stage of life. And give yourself permission to enjoy a night of uninterrupted, restful sleep, free from worry, free from risk. Because sometimes, better sleep really does start with something as simple as when you take your last sip of water. A cozy, warm bedroom might sound inviting, especially during the colder months. Many older adults enjoy the comfort of a heated room, a thick comforter, maybe even an electric blanket. It feels safe. It feels familiar. But what if I told you that sleeping in a room that's too warm could be quietly putting your health at risk? After age 70, your body doesn't regulate temperature the way it used to. You may not sweat as easily, and your internal thermostat becomes less responsive. That means your body can overheat during the night, even if you don't feel hot right away. And that gentle warmth you're used to, it may be forcing your heart, your lungs, and your brain to work harder while you're sleeping. When your room is too warm, say, above 70 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, your core temperature struggles to drop. And that drop is essential for entering deep, restful sleep. If your body stays too warm, it stays alert. Your heart rate remains elevated. You toss, turn, and wake up more often during the night. You may not even realize why you feel restless or out of breath. But your body is working overtime just to cool itself down. And the dangers go beyond just poor sleep. Sleeping in a hot room can lead to mild dehydration, especially in older adults. Even if you're not sweating, you're still losing fluids throughout the night. Dehydration thickens your blood, increasing the risk of blood clots, heart attacks, or strokes, especially for those with pre-existing heart conditions. Let's imagine a man named Frank. He's 74, retired, and enjoys reading in bed. He keeps his thermostat set to 75 degrees and sleeps under a heavy quilt. Every morning, Frank wakes up groggy, sweating, and wondering why he didn't sleep well, again. What Frank doesn't realize is that his warm, comforting sleep environment is actually keeping his body from fully resting. Now imagine making one small change. Turning the thermostat down to 65. Swapping the thick blanket for a light, breathable cotton one. Within just a few nights, Frank starts waking up feeling clearer, more energized, and even in a better mood. The ideal sleep temperature. Experts recommend between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That might sound a bit chilly, but your body will thank you for it. A cooler room allows your core temperature to drop naturally, triggering the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep deeply and recover through the night. So how do you stay comfortable without overheating? Start by layering lightly. Use breathable bedding made from cotton or linen. Instead of thick fleece pajamas, try lightweight, moisture-wicking sleepwear. And if you need a little warmth, wear socks or use a light throw blanket, but avoid bundling up too tightly. You can also improve airflow in your room by opening a window slightly or using a quiet fan. Fresh air not only helps regulate temperature, it also improves air quality, which is important for your lungs and overall sleep comfort. And don't forget, what feels good to your skin isn't always what's best for your heart. You might feel cozy under a thick blanket, but if it causes your body temperature to stay too high, you're missing out on the deep, healing sleep your body truly needs. If you've been waking up sweaty, groggy, or just not feeling rested, it might not be your age, it might be your room temperature. So tonight, do a small test. Lower the thermostat a few degrees. Ditch the heavy comforter. Let your room cool just a little. And see how your body responds. Because sometimes, better sleep, better health, and even a healthier heart, all start with a cooler bedroom. Most of us don't think much about the way we sleep. As long as we feel comfortable, we assume we're fine. But after age 70, your sleep position can have a much bigger impact on your health than you might realize. You might be surprised to learn that certain positions, especially sleeping flat on your back, can cause serious problems for older adults, including breathing issues, poor circulation, increased risk of heart failure, and even stroke. As we age, our muscle tone decreases, our airways become more delicate, and our circulation may slow down. That means the position you sleep in can either help your body rest, or place unnecessary strain on your heart, lungs, and blood vessels. Let's start with one of the most common positions, sleeping on your back. While it might feel relaxing, for many seniors, it can be one of the riskiest positions. Why? Because when you lie flat, gravity pulls your tongue and soft tissues in your throat backward. This can partially block your airway and lead to obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. You may not even be aware of it happening. But if you wake up feeling exhausted, have headaches in the morning, or if your partner has noticed you snore loudly or gasp for air at night, those are signs something isn't right. And sleep apnea doesn't just affect sleep, it increases your risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even sudden cardiac events during the night. Let me tell you about Robert, a 76-year-old man who always slept on his back. His wife began to notice that he'd stop breathing for a few seconds, then suddenly gasp for air. Robert brushed it off, thinking it was just normal aging. But over time, he began waking up more tired, with brain fog and low energy. When he finally spoke to his doctor, he discovered that his sleeping position was silently putting pressure on his heart and limiting his oxygen levels every night. Even if you don't have sleep apnea, certain positions can still be harmful. For example, sleeping on your right side can actually put extra pressure on your heart, making it harder for blood to circulate efficiently, especially if you already have a heart condition. Over time, this may contribute to fluid buildup in your lungs or legs, known as congestive heart failure. So what's the safest position for sleep after 70? Experts recommend sleeping on your left side. This position supports healthier circulation, helps your heart pump more effectively, and even improves digestion. For people who experience acid reflux or heartburn, sleeping on the left side keeps stomach acid from rising into the throat, making it easier to sleep soundly through the night. Of course, changing sleep habits isn't always easy, especially if you've been sleeping a certain way for decades. But with a few small adjustments, you can train your body to rest in a healthier, safer position. Try using a body pillow or placing a firm pillow behind your back to prevent rolling onto your back during the night. You can also elevate your head slightly using a supportive pillow to keep your airway more open and reduce snoring or breathing interruptions. If you struggle with joint pain or stiffness, place a soft pillow between your knees when lying on your side. This helps align your spine, reduce pressure on your hips, and prevent discomfort that might cause you to shift into a less optimal position while you sleep. It's a simple change, but it can make a major difference. So tonight, pay attention to the way you sleep. Are you flat on your back? Tossing and turning? Waking up tired despite going to bed early? Your sleep position might be the missing piece of the puzzle. Because better sleep isn't just about how long you rest, it's about how well your body is supported while you do. We've just explored 4 common nighttime habits that may seem harmless, but can quietly impact your health, especially after age 70. From eating dinner too late, to drinking too much water before bed, sleeping in a warm room, or resting in the wrong position, each of these small, everyday choices can affect your sleep, your heart, and your overall well-being. But here's the good news: you can make a change, starting tonight. You don't have to fix everything all at once. Just choose one small habit to adjust. Maybe eat dinner a little earlier. Cut back on late-night fluids. Or try sleeping on your left side. These simple changes can help you sleep more deeply, wake up with more energy, and feel more at peace each day. Growing older is a beautiful chapter, and one where you deserve to live fully, healthily, and comfortably. And that starts with having the right knowledge to care for yourself, one night, one breath, one habit at a time. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button to support our channel. And don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss future videos designed just for you. We share easy, practical health tips made especially for older adults, always with kindness and care. And if someone you love came to mind while watching, a friend, a spouse, or a family member, please share this video with them. You never know, one small change from you might help someone else live a longer, healthier life too. Thanks so much for watching. Wishing you a peaceful night, and a joyful, healthy journey through the years ahead.